Right now at 10, communities along the Mississippi wait for the flood to crest as they continue placing sandbags and pumping water out of basements. And Minnesota, one step closer to legalizing recreational cannabis and expunging records with marijuana charges. Plus, President Biden says he's running to stay in office. The race could mean a rematch between him and former President Trump.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Ken Kozarowski. Floodwaters are creeping upward toward homes in Prairie du Chien. Volunteers and residents have spent the past few days filling and placing sandbags. News 8 Now's Dua Esrar spoke to those people today as they pulled their boots on and got to work.
The river in Prairie du Chien is 24 feet high. In terms of record, it's the second highest that this city has seen. From where I'm standing, I'm currently 1 foot underwater. The houses behind me, their basements are 6 feet underwater. Community members came hand in hand for those who couldn't make it out of their front door.
Probably start taking a boat here tomorrow to get in there.
In Prairie du Chien, flood levels continue to rise.
We have about 6 feet right now in our basement, but it's not to the first level yet, so we're doing okay.
That's why volunteers have been filling sandbags at the request of those affected.
It's a possibility that we may do this tomorrow. It all depends on what the river does and what people's needs are at that point. We want to try to fulfill whatever needs is possible.
Volunteers have sent out roughly 90 pickup trucks with sandbags.
High school all came yesterday. They let all the kids get out, I think, at 11, and they got to come and volunteer, and they came on a bus and started sandbagging all the houses. So it was a really cool thing. It was great for the community that they all got to come.
This community says it will continue to show up for one another until the water washes away. The water is expected to continue rising several inches because the river hasn't reached its crest. Reporting in Prairie du Chien, Dua Esrar, News 8 Now.
Thanks, Dua. And people can put in requests for sandbags by calling the Crawford County Chamber of Commerce. Looking north now, the section of Highway 35 is closed as the river floods over downtown Fountain City. The Buffalo County Sheriff is encouraging drivers, especially truck drivers, to follow posted detours to avoid hitting the road closure. He also warns against going out on the water.
I did see a boat out yesterday. Actually, a couple of people are still trying to fish, but it's definitely not advised to be out fishing right now. The current is way too high.
The volunteers have been working to fill and place sandbags around people's homes. The sheriff says so far it's just businesses being affected by the floodwaters and nobody is displaced. He says they expect the flooding and road closure to last at least through the weekend. But he adds that once the water recedes, everyone should come over and patronize the businesses who will be recovering from this flood. Back in La Crosse now, floodwaters have made their way into the Loggers Stadium in Copeland Park. Flooding at the stadium has postponed several UWL and MVC high school baseball games. La Crosse Loggers GM Ben Kapanke says this kind of flooding is something the team hasn't seen before. And since the field is made up of several materials, they aren't sure what's going to happen once the water drains away.
Well, we just don't know, like, what, half the field is turf, half the field is grass, what that's going to do for, obviously, the grass in the outfield, but then underneath with that turf, there's a good 12 feet of crushed rock under there. We have sand and rubber that are used to make the field safe, playable, and we just don't know what that's going to look like when the water recedes.
Kapanke hopes the park will be open soon as the Logger season begins May 30th. But they aren't the only ones being affected by the floodwaters. Contractors working on riverboats can't reach them. Ellis Inman is part of the Julia Bell Swain maintenance crew. Although it's been tough for the team to work, they are optimistic.
The worst part with the high water is it's keeping our contractors from actually getting out to the boats. So there's plenty of shop work for them to do and other jobs they have to work on. So nobody's hurting real bad. As long as the boats come out safe, we'll get back to work in a little over a week and everything will be fine.
If flood levels don't rise another foot, Inman and the team believe their boats will be okay and on schedule to ride the river. So we've seen some of that action on the ground level for the region-wide and maybe what to expect later this week. Eric, let's swing it over to you.
I tell you what, Ken, I'm looking at some of the data here in regards to the Mississippi River and La Crosse. There is some good news. May 2nd, it is projected to go down to about 14.5 feet. So there's a little bit of good news. We just have to get past the next several days first. Good evening, everybody. Take a look here at the current stage at the Mississippi River in La Crosse. We're at 15.85 feet. That is the third highest crest on record. So obviously that number is going to continue to go up over the next few days. The good news, 6 to 10 precipitation outlook, the 6 to 10 day precip outlook, I should say, keeps us drier than normal, not just the next 6 to 10 days, but the next 8 to 14 days. So that's good. We have a chance to kind of dry out and kind of get rid of some of this flooding. So some great news ahead. But again, we've got to get past the next several days. Today, in terms of temperature, not bad. 51 was the high in Eau Claire, 53 in La Crosse, 50 in Decorah, as well as Prairie du Chien, Viroqua, and Black River Falls. 51 was the high in Sparta. We're seeing temperatures in the 30s and 40s across the Coulee region, upper 30s towards the Chippewa Valley, making for a beautiful April evening across the area. Your next 8 hours, we have temperatures going into the mid-30s by 1 a.m. Then we're going to hover around freezing as we go into the 4 o'clock to 7 o'clock time frame. The good news now, radar, it looks like there's a lot of stuff going on. Not the case. It is that time of year where we start to pick up those false returns on the sweeps. But coming up in the first warn forecast, we have one more nice day with abundant sunshine, but unfortunately the rain chances will come back as we go into the weekend. We'll break everything down in a few minutes.
All right, sounds like a plan.
Yep.
Thanks, Eric.
You bet.
Back on the news side of things this evening, Wisconsin's Senate Majority Leader Devin LeMahieu says the state's Republicans support cutting taxes for all income earners, even if there's not enough support for a flat tax rate. He told reporters today that he wants to pass something that would lower rates for everyone. Governor Tony Evers has proposed cuts that target low and middle income earners. Both Democrats and Republicans say they want to use the state's projected $7 billion surplus to cut tax rates. The State Assembly has passed 7 bills that would place stricter requirements on unemployment benefits. The bills propose outlawing guaranteed income programs and allowing businesses to report people who don't show up or miss interviews. Essentially, they would be tying benefits to how well the state economy is doing. Governor Evers is likely to veto the bills if they pass in the Senate. The bills come after 3/4 of state voters supported a non-binding April referendum that said able-bodied adults should have to look for work to get unemployment benefits. Across the western state line, Minnesota lawmakers are moving along legal cannabis legislation. Minnesota's House passed a bill today that would make recreational cannabis available to people 21 and older. A Senate vote on the bill is scheduled for Friday. Along with making recreational cannabis legal, the bill would expunge misdemeanor cannabis cases and fund education, treatment, and law enforcement programs. The measure would also create a new state office of cannabis management that will oversee regulations. Governor Tim Walz has said he'll sign the bill as soon as it gets to his desk. Minnesota lawmakers are also considering a red flag law to allow the temporary confiscation of guns from people that may be a threat to themselves or others. Another proposal would expand background checks for firearms transfers. These measures are part of a larger public safety bill going through the House. It's not clear if these will make it through the state Senate, but Governor Walz has pledged to sign them into law if they make it to his desk. We have an update from Vernon County about this past weekend's Drug Take-Back Day. Sheriff Roy Torgerson says the Sheriff's Department collected 675 pounds of prescription drugs. National Prescription Drug Take-Back Day allows community members to drop off unused or expired medications to be properly disposed of and keeps those medications from falling into the wrong hands. Coming up tonight, a call to finish the job. President Biden officially announces his re-election campaign in a pre-taped campaign video. And touchdown in Madison. A new crop of fighter jets is coming to Truax Field.
There are so many things we take for granted. So many things. And along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for their survival for granted too. The elderly, disabled, the veterans, people on limited and fixed incomes, or folks that lost jobs in sectors hardest hit during the pandemic. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living? Some people just can't come back. And through no fault of their own, they're being left behind, struggling to keep their heat, water, and power on. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our heat, water, and power providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
This is how legends are made.
Chevy Silverado and new Silverado HD. Choose your own path with the #1 best-selling retail full-size pickup and see where it takes you. find new roads. It's Chevy truck season. Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2023 Silverado 1500 pickups. Or current Chevy owners get $3,750 total cash allowance on all 2023 Silverado pickups with a turbo high output engine. Visit hometownchevy.com.
President Biden announces he is officially running for the White House again, setting up a possible rematch between him and former President Trump in 2024. Nicole D'Antonio reports from Washington.
Let's finish this job. I know we can.
President Biden got to work soon after announcing his bid for a second term, courting union workers in Washington, D.C.
Union workers are going to transform America, and union workers are going to finish the job.
In his remarks, the president launched a veiled attack on one of his potential Republican opponents in 2024, former President Donald Trump.
The threat that MAGA Republicans pose is to take us to a place we've never been, and where the last guy tried to take us.
Trump fired back Tuesday.
You could take the 5 worst presidents in American history and put them together, and they would not have done the damage Joe Biden has done.
Another Republican throwing her hat in the ring, Nikki Haley weighed in on the battle over abortion access.
I am pro-life. I am unapologetic or unhesitant about it.
Vice President Harris addressed the ongoing issue during remarks at Howard University.
There is a national agenda at play by these extremist so-called leaders.
With the campaign in motion, a recent CBS News poll found 55% of Democratic voters want President Biden to run again, despite his age.
It's time to finish the job.
Now 80 years old, the incumbent president would be 86 years old at the end of a second term. Nicole D'Antonio, CBS News, Washington.
Former President Barack Obama reached out to supporters via email and social media, urging them to donate to Biden's campaign. Another former opponent, Senator Bernie Sanders, said he's on board and won't challenge the sitting president. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy outlined his plan to raise the debt ceiling recently, and the nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office says his plan would save $4.8 trillion over the next decade. McCarthy's plan would roll back parts of the Inflation Reduction Act and roll back domestic and non-defense spending levels to 2022 levels. It would limit spending going forward to 1% a year. The White House is urging Congress to raise the debt limit without any conditions. Coming up in our consumer alert, a major home improvement product faces a recall in the millions over major safety concerns. Plus, a limited edition sweet treat at Quick Trip is sticking around.
And in the world of weather, we have partly cloudy skies out there. You can see here on the cam, if you look real close, you can see the water starting to come up here at the park. Now the question is, when we get a break in the precip? Will we get one tomorrow? But when does it make a return? I'll have that answer in the First Warn forecast on the other side of the break. Stay with us.
Ashley's having a huge sale. Right now, you can get up to 50% off floor models. Plus, shop limited time deals throughout the entire store. These deals won't last long, and once they're gone, they're gone. Hurry to your local Ashley store to shop and save today.
This time of year has many different names. We call it Showtime. It's when there's work to be done and fun to be had. Plus, it's time for spring bonus offers at your Northland Ford dealers, where you can save big on a Ford truck to make it all happen. Start the season off right with 0.9% financing for 60 months, plus $3,500 in total savings on Ford F-150 XLT. It's showtime. Now for a limited time only, get 0.9% financing for 60 months, plus $3,500 in total savings on Ford F-150 XLT. Only at your Northland Ford dealers.
As a veteran of our country's armed services, you have already made the ultimate sacrifice. Why should you have to continue to do that? Through no fault of your own, you may be experiencing hardships, such as the inability to pay rent, utilities, or receive other life-sustaining services. And once again, you're called upon by your family to serve and protect. We want you to know we are here to support you. The Veterans Rental Assistance Program was created by and for people living in Wisconsin, with benefit approvals being issued to veterans in just days, not months. It's not easy to ask for a hand up, but we are clear in our mission. No Wisconsin veteran should ever have to face homelessness or lose heat, power, or water again. 833-WIS-VRAP. That's 833-947-8727.
We're done.
What about these?
Looks right.
Quicker Picker-Upper. One sheet of Bounty is all you need, and Bounty is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less. Bounty, the Quicker Picker-Upper.
Want luxury hair repair that doesn't cost $50? Pantene's Pro Vitamin Formula repairs hair, as well as the leading luxury bonding treatment for softness and resilience without the price tag. If you know it's Pantene.
Ashley's having a huge sale. Right now, you can get up to 50% off floor models. Plus, shop limited time deals throughout the entire store. These deals won't last long, and once they're gone, they're gone. Hurry to your local Ashley store to shop and save today.
Come explore and plan your next home improvement project at the Board Store Home Improvement's historic 8-building showroom, 524 Copeland Avenue, La Crosse.
All right, your next home demo may have to wait. More than 2 million sledgehammers are being recalled over major injury concerns. The Consumer Product Safety Commission says DeWalt, Stanley FatMax, and Craftsman fiberglass sledgehammers all under recalls. The sledgehammer heads can loosen prematurely and then detach unexpectedly. Officials are already receiving reports of injuries. The tools are all made by Stanley Black & Decker and have been sold nationwide. Officials ask that you stop using them and contact Stanley Black & Decker right away. Manufacturing giant 3M plans to lay off 6,000 workers worldwide as it braces for a possible economic recession. The announcement is on top of the 2,500 jobs already cut back in January. The company says pandemic-era supply chain issues have eased and they don't need as many workers anymore. 3M expects to save almost $900 million a year after the layoffs are done. The latest National Home Price Index says prices ticked up in February to end a 7-month streak of declines. Official reports say prices were down almost 5% from their peak in June of last year. The broader trend going back to 2019 is still a steady increase in home prices. And if you've been in line at Quick Trip recently, maybe you made that impulse buy for the limited edition cherry flavored Dunkers. I mean, they absolutely slap, right? Well, Quick Trip announcing on social media today the limited edition cherry Dunker going to stay in production for the rest of the year, tweeting, "What can I say except you're welcome?" And what can I say except thank you? Because again, they slap. They're absolutely delicious.
Quick Trip knows how to ruin my diet.
That's right.
They do. On a serious note, let's segue into some serious news. The flooding levels right now. Let's go ahead and take a look here at the latest flood levels, or river levels, as of the top of the hour. Eau Claire sitting at 768.46 feet. Let's go ahead and fly over to Wabasha, 16.95 feet. Minnesota City, 664.26. We go over towards the Winona area, 18.79. Let's fly over to Trempealeau. Good evening to you guys, 651. Down to La Crescent, you're at 644.73. La Crosse is at 15.85. We'd go to Lansing, 19.29 feet. Over towards the Lynxville area, you're at 629.86. And last but not least, the McGregor area. This is one that we're using to keep an eye on Prairie du Chien, sitting at 22.53 feet. The good news is we are going to start seeing some cresting as we go throughout the week, and then by the end of the week, that level will start to dwindle down just a bit. So again, we're sitting at 15.85 feet here in La Crosse at the Mississippi River. That is the 3rd largest crest on record. That's what we're projected, I should say. The entire Mississippi River is still under a flood warning. The good news is the one that was for portions of Juneau and Adams County has since expired. Nothing on the radar scan. We are seeing some false echoes at this hour, and this is going to get a break tonight going into tomorrow. So when you wake up in the morning, temperatures in the 20s and 30s will greet you. Mid-20s towards Ladysmith, 29 in Eau Claire, 25 Black River Falls, 25 Sparta, 31 in Viroqua, 31 will be the morning start in Boscobel. And we'll see abundant sunshine again for tomorrow. Maybe a few little clouds in the afternoon hours, but that's really about it. Our next rain chance, though, will be going into Thursday morning, and then we'll get a little bit of a break, and then in the afternoon hours, the rain chances will pick up again. So tomorrow, we'll see temperatures going into the mid to upper 50s. La Crescent will go to 57, New Albany will go to 59, Waukon will go to 56, 58 will be the high in Whitehall. Over towards Black River Falls, you'll see a high of 58 as well. And then mid-50s from Ladysmith over towards the Loyal area, Neillsville, you'll make it to 56 degrees. So for tomorrow, we'll see a high of 57, and here's how we get there. We'll start the day off at 38 degrees, then we'll quickly go into the mid-50s by the 2 o'clock hour, and we're going to keep the rain chances out of here. So right now, Eau Claire, you're seeing a temperature of 38 degrees with winds out of the north-northeast at 7 miles per hour. It feels like 33 out there. La Crosse, we are at 43 degrees. We have cloudy skies. It feels like 43, and we have a light north-northeasterly wind at 3 miles per hour. So here's your setup. High pressure is in control, and it's going to stay in control for tomorrow and going into, for the most part, the second half of the work week. But once this pushes its way out, it's going to allow that precip to start ushering its way in. It's actually up here in the land of Saskatoon. And watch what happens as we go into the second half of the work week. High pressure's out. Here comes low pressure number 1 for Thursday. Here comes another one for Friday. And then if you look real close for Saturday, there's Saturday and Sunday system that'll push its way through, bringing us the rain chances, which we don't need at all. So there's that chance for Thursday. Then there's that rain chance really ramping up for the weekend and then dwindling down Monday going into your Tuesday. So the first warn forecast for tonight, we'll see temperatures in the upper 20s to low 30s. We're going to stay partly to mostly cloudy. Patchy fog overnight, not out of the question. Winds will be out of the north at 5 to 10 miles per hour. As we help you plan your Wednesday, 38 will be the morning start. We'll go to 52 by the noon hour. By the time you head home head home from work, we'll see temperatures in the mid-50s, and then 54 will be the temperature by 8 p.m. The next 8 days, we go to 66 for Thursday, 67 for Friday, but again, those rain chances are still in play. Front pushes its way through for the weekend. We'll go to 53 Saturday, 49 on Sunday with the rain chances in the forecast, and then 40s and 50s from Monday going into Tuesday. So the good news is we're going to be in the 60s. The bad news is those darn rain chances are back again.
Yeah, just can't shake them.
Just a great day to stay inside and eat those cherry donuts.
That's
cherry
right. Bringing it
trip. Yes.
all full circle.
Yes,
all
yes
right.
it is.
Eric Dean, thanks very
You
much,
bet.
man. Coming up next in sports, some of the best athletes in the area showing their skills on the track. Plus, 2 crosstown MVC rivals meeting on the softball circle. Rob has that and a whole lot more right after this.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Clinic Health System. At Mayo Clinic Health System, get personalized specialty care with access to experts from orthopedics to neurosurgery and cardiology to cancer care, all close to home.
This time of year has many different names. We call it Showtime. It's when there's work to be done and fun to be had. Plus, it's time for spring bonus offers at your Northland Ford dealers, where you can save big on a Ford SUV to make it all happen. Start the season off right with 0% financing for 60 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on a new Ford Explorer. It's showtime. Now, for a limited time only, get 0% financing for 60 months, plus $1,000 in open trade assist on a new Ford Explorer. Only at your Northland Ford dealers.
Are you throwing hard-earned money out the window? Are you looking to enhance your energy efficiency and make cleaning easier? Choose your home improvement company to get energy-efficient, maintenance-free windows with a double lifetime warranty. Stop wasting your money on inefficient windows that are old, drafty, and have no warranties. With financing to fit your budget and certified professional installers, you can't go wrong. Call or schedule your free estimate online and get 10% off your entire project. Your home improvement company, where it's your home made better.
Get 11% off everything at Menards. Protect vehicles, outdoor equipment, and more with Shelter Logic Storage Solutions. We carry a great selection of easy-to-assemble canopies, shelters, and garages that hold up against the elements. Store your tools, outdoor equipment, and more with Shelter Logic Storage Sheds from Menards. Right now, get a 10 by 12-foot round top shelter for only $279.99 after 11% rebate. Saving all your outdoor storage needs with help from Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Hi, I'm Mike Pitts, co-owner of Sugarloaf Ford Lincoln in Winona, Minnesota with my son Andy, and we've been in the business for 45 years. It's a family business. And when you walk in the front door, it should feel like a family business. We take good care of our internal customers, that's our employees. And in turn, they take great care of our customers, and they love the experience. And guess what? They want to come back. Some of these employees have been here 30 to 40 years. We know them, we know their family. We do care, and it will show.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Mayo Health System. Here's News 8 Now's Rob Schiff.
Mother Nature must be a track fan because we actually had some spring weather out on the field today. Athletes taking advantage of it at the Onalaska Open. Some of the best athletes in our area putting their speed on display at Onalaska High. We'll start with the girls' 100-meter hurdles. Home field advantage for Onalaska's Josie Bloom. She takes first place with a personal record of 16.63. Then it was the boys' turn, and it's Holman's Kyle Jackson finishing ahead of the pack. Personal record for the senior, 15.57. Let's go to the 100-meter dash on the girls' side. Check this out. Lydia Lazarescu, the Holman freshman, getting it done. 12.77. That's a PR as well. And finally, on the boys' side, these guys putting on a show. It's Aquinas senior Colin Kanzemi has taken first place, 10.95, just ahead of West Salem's Brennan Kennedy. Great effort from all the athletes that got a chance to showcase their skills on Tuesday. To the diamond we go. Aquinas trying to stay undefeated, hosting Prairie du Chien. 5th inning, Blue Gold's in front, but check out Eddie Peters. Crushes this one to deep left field. That clears the fence for a 3-run shot. But the big story of the game was the freshman Aiden David working a no-hitter into the 6th. Gets a little help from his teammates. This is Kyle White making a big-time catch behind first base. Keeps the hit count at 0. Then in the bottom of the 6th, Calvin Hargrove's turn for some fun. Deep shot to dead center. Hargrove's going to touch them all. Aquinas would add one more, and that would be the game. Aiden David completes the no-hitter as the Blue Golds get the win 10-0 in 6 innings. Got one of the best rivalries in lacrosse. Logan and Central squaring off on the softball circle. First inning, one on for Carmen Peterson. She gets a good chunk of this one. Sends it to deep left. Just barely stays in the park for a stand-up double. Next batter, and Alyssa Brixton is going to give the Riverhawks the lead. A line shot to the outfield. Both runners come in to score. Central goes up 2-0. Logan trying to answer one on for Maxine Loading. She sends one back up the middle. Kenna Street comes in to score. Rangers get one back, but Central would add to their lead. Emily Larson, RBI double, goes into left field. Riverhawks take game 1 10-4. They'd also win game 2 by a final of 8-7. Let's hit the pitch. MVC battle tonight. Logan Luther playing host to Toma. Pick it up less than 2 minutes into this one. Timberwolves get on the board thanks to Aubriana Cruz, the junior. Buries it into the left corner to make it 1-0 Toma. Then later in the half, look at the moves here by Riley Winrich, the senior. Caps it off in style. Beautiful goal. Top shelf puts the Timberwolves up by 2. And they were on a mission all night. Still in the first half. Corner kick on the money. Cruz getting credit for her second goal of the night. It's 3-0 Toma, and the shots just got better and better. Joey Riki finds the back of the net with this beauty. Timberwolves go up 4. They roll at Logan High. 8-0 is the final. And finally, here we go. Central grad, and now former Badger Jordan Davis is transferring to Illinois State. The junior guard has 2 years of eligibility remaining in his college career. Davis was initially a starter last season before being relegated to the bench in favor of freshman Connor Esijan midway through the season. A check on the pros. The Wild gets shut out in Game 5, 4-0 the final in Dallas. Minnesota returns home for Game 6 Friday. Wild will try to save their season and force a Game 7. And on the diamond, the Twins doing something they haven't done in 22 years. That's take a regular season series over the Yankees. Minnesota gets the win tonight, 6-2. That's 2 straight over New York, 3 straight wins overall for the Twins. And my friend Ken here has an update on the T-Wolves.
That's right. About 3 minutes left to go. Karl Anthony Towns just missed a 3-pointer that would have cut it to a 1-point game. So Nuggets up 4, 100-96.
They're fighting, though.
They're fighting.
I mean, they won Game 4.
Yeah.
Now they're trying to get, be the first team to come back from 0-3. It's still got a long ways to go, but we'll see.
Fingers crossed the next couple of minutes.
Yep.
Rob, thanks very much.
You got it.
We got more news right after this.
No one gives you more choices than Dahl Auto. We have the best selection in the region with over 400 new vehicles from 9 different brands. Schedule a VIP appointment or buy online at dahlauto.com.
At Batteries Plus, we do more than replace batteries and fix phones and tablets. We help our neighbors power their lives.
Visit Batteries Plus for free auto battery testing and installation. Get powered in-store, curbside, and at batteriesplus.com.
At Papa Murphy's, we build your pizza with the freshest ingredients. You take it and bake it fresh in your oven.
So technically, I make the pizza.
Right now, get the limited time Taco Grande pizza. Papa Murphy's, change the way you pizza.
Life's more rewarding at Blaine's Farm and Fleet, especially during our great outdoor event. Right now, get unbeatable deals on a variety of outdoor essentials, like Scott's Turf Builder with Halt's Crabgrass Preventer, $20 off after sale and mail-in rebate. Or Scott's Turf Builder Weed and Feed, $15 off after sale and rebate. Plus, Blaine's Rewards members get a free $15 Farm and Fleet gift card with $100 spent on Scott's products.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
There are
too many options.
How do we decide what hotel to book? Fear not, I got you. Who are you? I'm your fairy hotel mother.
What is happening?
Let me help you pick a hotel you feel good about. Choice Hotels is a family of brands with a hotel for every type of stay. Like a comfort with the kiddos. Ooh, spacious. Or a Cambria Hotel downtown for just the two of you. Hold my wand, don't wave it at anything. Get the best price by booking direct at choicehotels.com. Yeah! What did I say?
You know what frustrates me is seeing people who are 50, 60, even 70 years old who are worth less today than they were the day they were born. How does this happen? These folks never learned money management. I love talking about money management at Firefighters Credit Union, so if you'd like to learn more, please give me a call.
Everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
The new cars are rolling in at Dahl Auto with over 400 vehicles available. While other dealers have brochures, we have the newest models on the show floor with all the latest technology and safety features. Experience them for yourself at Dahl Auto.
Expect more from News 8 Now. Thanks for watching.
You may have heard a few rumbles in the sky today. The Wisconsin Air National Guard was welcoming the first F-35 aircraft to Truax Field. A total of 20 of these F-35A Lightning II aircraft will make their way to Madison over the next year. The Air Force and Lockheed Martin started developing these jets in 1995. The Air Force chose Truax Field as the preferred place to house the aircraft back in 2017. Today, a ceremony was held as the first of the jets landed at its new home.
It's with great joy and obligation, General, that we accept this challenge today of becoming the second National Guard fighter wing with the F-35.
Military leaders say these planes will now be at the ready for anything, both in Wisconsin and around the country. The jets can fly at speeds of about 1,200 miles per hour. Pilots go through a 3-year training process before getting sent out in the $100 million aircraft on their own. Exciting stuff. We'll be right back with one final check of your forecast.
Stories are told on our Instagram at WKBT News 8. Or you can always find us at news8000.com.
Ashley's having a huge sale. Right now, you can get up to 50% off floor models. Plus, shop limited time deals throughout the entire store. These deals won't last long, and once they're gone, they're gone. Hurry to your local Ashley store to shop and save today.
To everyone who appreciates a handcrafted meal, are you ready for a taste of Wisconsin?
Butterburgers cooked fresh, just the way you like.
The way you love.
Definitely love. And our thick and creamy frozen custard, we make it for you all throughout the day.
All day.
All day, every day.
Put it in the extra work and not cutting corners.
Takes a little longer.
But it's how we've always done it at Culver's. Because making your meal with care shows how much we care.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Hang on tight, Wisconsin, because fun just got a lot faster. It's Fast Play from the Wisconsin Lottery, an all-new style of lotto games that combine instant wins with the progressive jackpot. Playing is easy at any lottery retailer. Just print, play, and know if you're a winner instantly. The progressive jackpot starts at $10,000 and grows with each ticket sold. The share of the jackpot increases with the price of the ticket. Fast Play is available now, only at Wisconsin Lottery retailers.
From the beginning, they were applauded. The music that sold over 100 million records. Chicago. May 10th, 7 p.m. Lacrosse Center. The music of Chicago. May 10th, 7 p.m. Lacrosse Center. On sale now at the box office or online at Ticketmaster.com. Chicago. Chicago's new album, Born for This Moment, with the hit song, If This Is Goodbye. Available now.
This is how legends are made.
Chevy Silverado and new Silverado HD. Choose your own path with the #1 best-selling retail full-size pickup and see where it takes you. Find new roads. It's Chevy truck season. Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2023 Silverado 1500 pickups. Or current Chevy owners get $37.50 total cash allowance on all 2023 Silverado pickups with a turbo high output engine. Visit hometownchevy.com.
Ashley's having a huge sale. Right now, you can get up to 50% off floor models. Plus, shop limited time deals throughout the entire store. These deals won't last long, and once they're gone, they're gone. Hurry to your local Ashley store to shop and save today.
The next 8 days keeps us in the 50s with mostly sunny skies tomorrow, 60s for Thursday and Friday, but unfortunately, rain chances are in the forecast.
And the Nuggets just went up 4. Sorry, T-Wolves fans.
Ooh.
We'll see you tomorrow.